Secretary Kristi Noem is with us. That's not exactly a hard answer, because they call for the destruction of Israel. They fire rockets into Israel. They've been doing it for years. I went to a border town in Gaza, 10,000 rockets in 10 years, kids play in underground bunker playgrounds. So I find his moral comparisons, frankly, his moral compass off base.
Yeah, I think that video is extremely clear on where Khalil is with his refusal to condemn Hamas. He clearly endorses the actions that they take. It's not hard to answer that question. He could have clearly stated that Hamas is evil, that they need to be destroyed, that their charter is something that has been a prosecution of Jews and the murder of Jews for years, and it would have been easy to walk away from that conversation and let America and the rest of the world know exactly where he was. He didn't, because of the actions he's taken in the past, and because he clearly doesn't want to draw that line between himself and that terrorist organization. So these are the individuals that make it so dangerous right now in this country. We have, as an administration, President Trump has been very clear that when we're out here and following through on our campaign promises, and what he said he would do is that he would go after people who committed crimes in this country and people that clearly did not support, people who support Hamas should not be getting visas and be able to stay in this country legally, and consider this privilege should not be allowed to those individuals.
Madam Secretary, I've said over and over again on this program that Biden, Mayorkas, Harris all have blood on their hands. You went to visit this ICE agent. I mean, shot in the family, and this guy shot in the face. And then you find out the track record of the illegals and the number of times they were put in custody. We had an opportunity to get rid of these people. They didn't do so. Sanctuary city state policies did not allow these cities or states to cooperate with the federal government. We do have a supremacy clause in our Constitution that clearly gives jurisdiction to the federal government. Why aren't those cities and states being held accountable? Because in my view, they're as guilty as Biden and Harris and Mayorkas.
Yeah, President Trump is working to hold them accountable, and he's using his authority that he has as president in the Department of Justice as well to bring these people to justice, and also to continue to tell the people that live in these cities and in these states that their leadership is wrong. Mayor Adams, his city council, the sanctuary policies in New York City make the streets more and more dangerous every single day. I'm so proud of our ICE officers and our CBP officers that are there trying to clean up and get these dangerous criminals out of the city, but also out of this country. Our CBP officer was extremely brave that night when he was there relaxing with his friend. These Dominicans that ambushed them and shot him and were trying to rob them will be brought to justice. We're thankful that now they're off the streets. And we're going to continue to do that kind of work from city to city. You look at Chicago, Boston, LA, over and over again, those local leaders are trying to stop the good work that our ICE agents are trying to do to clean up and make America safe again.
Okay, what was the one guy, 8 separate times he was in custody? 8 times that they let him out? 8 times.
Yeah, that one individual 4 times specifically was arrested in New York City and released back out onto the streets. And then this officer and his friend encountered them, and we saw what happened and what's unfolding today, where that officer is still struggling in the hospital, trying to deal with the injuries that he sustained. Very proud of his reaction and his family and their willingness to stand up for what is right. But every day, American families across this country are victimized by illegal, criminal, violent people who should not be in this country, that Joe Biden let come in under his watch, and then has judges and radical activist judges have allowed to walk free over and over and over again in these cities. You look at Illinois, in Pritzker, and you know, the Mayor Johnson in that city of Chicago have created extremely dangerous situations and allowed criminals to go free over and over and over again. Families deserve justice, and President Trump is determined to bring it to them.
And the sad thing is, you never hear the left, any of these people, these sanctuary city states, ever talk about the names of the victims. They never talk about that. They talk about the so-called rights of the Abrego Garcias and all these other violent criminals. Great work. We appreciate you being with us, Madam Secretary. Thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.